365 Tarot. Welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you'll love this vibe, and everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This could be past, present, or future. You or someone around you. So take what resonates and leave the rest for someone else. This is a general read. This is not a personal read. And if you like a personal read, just simply check out the description below. All contributions are highly appreciated and all are welcome on this channel. Tarot is a tool, it is not the final rule. It is a good idea to have an empty cup when you are on this channel and you really want to see what's up, okay? Be sure to tell a family, friend, or foe you know to come on over and subscribe to the channel so they can be privy to these spiritual notifications. There is enough space in this place for everyone to be notified, okay? Collective, we're starting off the energy of the Three of Wands. There's something that you are waiting for, okay? There's something that you are waiting for. You have your sights set on this arrival of something you're waiting for. You could be waiting for something to change, confirmation with that belch there. You could be waiting for something to change in a relationship, some kind of dynamic, something in a home front. Regarding a relationship inside your home, or just something in your life overall, something that is making you kind of, anxious and excited, okay? You've been strong for a long time. You've endured a lot, and you are sure that the arrival of your expectations will be attained, okay? So I'm picking up maybe someone's been saving money or working towards saving a specific amount of money. Maybe there's a large purchase. Maybe you are desiring to buy your first home. You could be someone maybe living with someone. Okay, all right, Spirit. Maybe this is a situation where you're living with a friend. They've chosen to take you in and share their home with you, but you have been doing what you're supposed to do, okay? Whatever the agreement or the arrangement was prior to you moving in, you have been following through as you should, okay? If they told you only pay them so much hundreds a month, you've been doing that. If they told you just pay the phone bill and the lights, you've been doing that. But you also have been saving your money. You've been keeping this low key. You've been keeping this quiet, okay? You've been putting your money to the side, and that is wonderful. That's the best way that you can save money. I mean, collective, keep doing that. Even when if you are purchasing your first home or you're, moving into an apartment, a condo, look, keep doing that. Keep your finances private to yourself. It's really nobody's business, okay? And so I'm picking up, you've been saving and nobody knows this. Nobody knows. So it's not that you're trying to be sneaky. It's just that you have a goal in mind that you are desiring. I'm picking up on someone buying a home, or maybe you're going to buy a condo, but it's something about you relocating from the current home. I'm not picking up any negative energy either. You have gotten along pretty well with your roommate or your family member. They don't mind you living there, okay? You're doing your part, okay, you even clean up after yourself. That's for somebody, okay? You're just on time with the payment, with the agreement, and they just may miss you being there. But they don't know that you have been saving. It's none of their business. But I do see you letting them know, I'm going to move out. And I also see you're very smart. Congratulations, smart one. I also see you before you announcing that you're going to leave, which is smart, collective. You just go now. You got me over here just beaming with joy. You're making sure that you have the key to your new place. I do not blame you. I do not blame you. Before you even announce that you're going to move. It's not that you're trying to hide or run or do something nefarious. People do switch up and change. Things have been peaceful. Things have been smooth. Oh, wow. I didn't know this reading was going to go here. But you're so wise and smart. You could be a psychologist or something. Maybe you are. Are you studying this in college or something? It's like you're 10 steps ahead of the people around you. You're 10 steps ahead of them mentally. Like they can, because that is very wise. You're like, okay, it's been peaceful, but I'm getting ready to buy this house. And I know sometimes people get a little jealous and they might be mad because I'm able to do it, because it happens. Everybody isn't evil. Everybody isn't jealous hearted, but there's a large portion in the world, 99.999.9%, who become jealous when you try to progress in life. So you're keeping it to yourself. You're making sure that you have the key in your hand and everything is confirmed. Wonderful. This is all about you moving on to peaceful, calmer waters with the Six of Pentacles. You're not trying to be sneaky. You're an adult. You appreciate, the time that they allowed you to live with them. But you like, look, I need my privacy. So you could be ready to expand in your own life, and you have free will to do so. You do not have to feel bad about the move that you are making. That is very smart. So you kept it on the low that you were stacking this money. And I'm not talking about no couple of hundreds. I'm talking about big, big money, enough money to put down on a home, maybe a down payment. I mean, this could be racks, like racks on racks on racks. But you owe them nothing. It's nothing they could say, but you know how people get. So you're like, wait a minute, before I tell them this, I better make sure I have my key in my hand. So in case they get to tripping and say, well, you can get out now, you can say, no problem. Let me go get me a U-hauler. Let me call my friends over here. And so this is all about you having peace, okay? With the six, I said, yeah, Six of Pentacles. I thought it was the Six of Swords, but with the Six of Pentacles here, this is about you having peace. This is about you having balance in your life. You could be recently maybe dating someone. Maybe you want to expand. Maybe you want to have a family. Maybe you want to, have more privacy and be intimate with your partner. And you have a right to do so. So you're like, I'm not only getting my own place, I'm buying my new place, okay? And I'm also picking up that this is something, that is unexpected of you. I wonder why. Who is thinking? So someone around you, this big move that you're about to make, which is something for you to celebrate. So hold your head up high, whoever you are, and do not allow, because there may be some jealous people and they may become peed off that you're about to purchase this home. Do not allow anyone to disturb your peace. Get your things and go ahead about your business. Do not argue with anyone. There's no need for that. You have the money. Stick to your plan. Get your key first. It's going to be unexpected. And I don't know if this person was counting on maybe the money that you were giving them monthly. Maybe they were counting on what you were putting in as far as the household, and maybe that's going to cause some kind of anger, but it's going to be some jealous energy in the air. Here's the Six of Swords. But I see you taming yourself. I see you holding your peace and getting that key and getting out of there. They're going to try. But ignore them. I'm picking up you are the type that you're good with your silence. Spirit is saying do that. Do not get into a confrontation because people, when they become jealous or they're angry, especially when you about to make a big move, whoever you are, you about to bust some heads open, not literally, metaphorically speaking. You about to have people mad and jealous. But the reason they're jealous because they never expected you to progress in life, which is a them problem. And that's too bad. And that's terrible that they feel that way. That's diabolical. It really is. But hold your peace. Look at the expression on his face. Look at the expression, how tight, how his lips are pursed together. And he's taming that animal there in this water or on this ice, wherever he is. So keep your peace and just get out of there and don't mention it until you have the key to your new place in your hand. Yeah, because somebody's going to get jealous. They're going to get mad. They're going to try to provoke you. I share this because jealous people will provoke you to try to be confrontational, meaning they want to lay their hands on you, or especially if it's a living situation, they want to be able to call the police on you, and that can go any kind of way. So be careful with people trying to provoke you to set you up. So keep your peace, just as he has his lips pursed, male or female in this picture, and taming that well. Spirit is saying do the same thing. And as a matter of fact, as I usually share, and I'm going to share with you, if you are moving from anyone, even if you're not buying a house, and you know that they're going to be confrontational, or you just feel it in your gut, I'm not going to even say that. If you are moving from someone, you're separating from someone, whether it's a romantic situation, a family member, or a roommate, get everything that is valuable to you on the first run. You know, when people move from one location to another, if it's in the same city, People go back, they might have one load, two loads, or three loads, especially if you have a lot of stuff or you have a huge home. Do not pack up your things and have to say, oh, I forgot so and so. I gotta go get that. I can't leave that. And you know that there's tension at the house. You know that where you are returning to get those extra things that you left, that person is standing there with animosity, waiting to pick a fight, start an argument, or get some kind of confrontation going. Whoever you are, don't say I didn't warn you. On your first, I'm not telling you to be scared. There's nothing to fear, but be smart, because you're very wise to not even tell them until the key is in your hand. Get everything that is important to you on your first run of moving. You maybe have to make 2 runs or 3 runs, but on that first run, put all of your valuables and what's really important to you on that first run. And if it becomes confrontational, baby, it's only material. Leave that ish behind and move on. It's not worth it, because this is what you're about to do. I'm picking up on a lot of jealous energy. Folks about to be mad. I gotta take a sip of my drink here, collective. They about to be mad at you. They're about to be mad. They're going to be calling you fake. They're going to say you're phony. Oh, you think you are that. Yeah, but the collective lived with me for 2 years, lived with me for 3 years, stayed in my basement, stayed in my room. But you paid them. You stuck to the agreement. You went to work every day. You cleaned up behind yourself. You fed yourself. You don't owe them no money for nothing. But instead of them being happy for you, they're going to be very envious and jealous of you. It's like holding a seed. You're like a seed that they held their hand and they never thought they would drop it. And they one day dropped it into some soil and you blossom into this beautiful flower, male or female. You're going to appear like the King of Pentacles as you make this transformation in your life, as you make this upgrade in your life, male or this is how people are going to see you. This is not a bad thing, but Spirit is saying be prepared. They're not going to want to celebrate with you. But just because they don't want to celebrate with you does not mean that you have to have survivor's remorse. Does not mean that you have to pick up the phone and argue with people, fight with people. Does not mean for you to invite these people who then showed you who they are to your new home, because they're going to come and try to destroy. Oh, wait, this energy is heavy and it's clear. This is for somebody. You're planning some kind of upgrade. If it's not moving into a house, it could be maybe you get about to rent a condo, buy a condo. Maybe it's an apartment. Maybe you're about to buy a new car. It's a large purchase. And it's going to make people mad. But this is how they're going to see you. And they're going to feel obligated as if they are obligated to your energy, your time. And they're going to assume from you making this purchase that there's more money somewhere. Oh, the collector went and bought that. I know they got some more money. I helped them back in 1980. Let me go see, what can I get? I helped them back in 1960. This sounds like family. Or a friend of the family. Speaking of family, 10 of Pentacles. This is your energy. You will be gathering with new energy. New people will be placed in your path that will feel like family. And they're going to be mad. They done moved and got a new house, got a new car, got their own little family in a relationship. Ever since Collector started dating that girl, we don't even see them. Ever since Collector started dating that man, we don't even see them no more. I heard they getting married and got kids or something. We know what the 10 of Pentacles is, okay? So this is you not only making a large purchase, but you leaving the nest. If this is a relative's home, you leaving this roommate situation and choosing to pour into yourself where you took the time, and I'm hearing you worked hard to save every dime and you did it all by yourself. And your ancestors are applauding you, darling, male or female. Do not let this depiction make you think that this is a woman. Both masculine and feminine energy resides in all humans. It's not about a belief system. It's like gravity. It just is what it is. But this is opening doors for you. It's pivoting you in so many directions in a positive way. And it's taking a domino effect. Now you're attracting like-minded energy. You got new friends. Okay? You're more spiritually inclined. The fairies are here in the picture here. You're more spiritually in tune. You're more grounded. So there's more prosperity. Then you got the Six of Swords. You're more calm. You're more stable. Then you got the King of Pentacles, more abundance. You're well respected. People feel like they need your energy. They want you to answer their phone call. They want to be invited to this new house. If you're giving a barbecue, oh, I hope they invite me. It's that kind of energy. And you may not feel it. You may not feel it, but you're going to hear about it or know it. You may even dream about these people. Once you move, maybe that first week, people just may start popping up in your dreams. And you might be like, why am I dreaming about all these people? That's because you're on their mind. Oh, wow. And they just jealous. They want to eat with you. You see this feast? They want to eat with you. They're not entitled. Spirit is saying for you to leave these people behind. You don't owe them anything. So what you live with them? You don't owe them nothing. You did your part. Because there may be people that you're leaving behind that you don't even want to be bothered with. You don't have to have survivor's remorse. You don't owe anybody anything. And if you choose to carry these people with you, they will try to sabotage when they see you gathering with these new people. Spirit is placing new people in your path strategically that is going to be family-oriented, family-like. Okay? People who will applaud you and be happy for you and not be destructive because you're making a large purchase or you're getting engaged, you're getting married, or you come into a lot of wealth, or you start a business. Okay? So they're going to become jealous. I'm picking up on a family member that's going to become jealous. You can invite them over to dinner. You may have a housewarming if people still do that. Okay? And they might stand by the potato salad just talking about you. Who made the potato salad? It's too salty. Who made the mac and cheese? What's in this? What brand of cheese is this? You know, they're going to try to sabotage what you are building. There's a whole lot of sun energy shining on you, prosperity and abundance, and it's because you have done the work. Congratulations, bravo, well done, congratulations, whoever you are. There are so many people who, choose to stay stagnant. They tell themselves a bunch of conflicting excuses of why they haven't changed, why they haven't done this, done that. It doesn't have to be a purchasing a home. It can be anything. Okay? But you have actually, you're not talking the talk. You're walking the walk. You're doing it. This is beautiful. This energy is beautiful and it's very powerful. Lots of success, lots of abundance and prosperity. And a jealous group of friends or family members. Spirit is saying leave behind. Don't invite them to nothing. Invite your new friends. Because the ones you used to live with, kick it with, you need new energy in this new house, not old energy. They're going to be jealous. They're going to try to sabotage. They may even try to link up with one of your new friends and start gossiping about you. You don't need that. You don't need that. It's okay to be around your family. It's okay to be around your friends. But when they're negative and they're destructive, you're not indebted to them. It's okay to let them go. I cannot make this up. Y'all, I just picked this up. I said it's okay to let them go. We got the raccoon. What does it say? Look at God. It says the message has to do with those things to which you cling, be it a thought form, habit, creed, or situation. The time has come from letting go. Something is halting your progress, and you are spinning your wheels. Once you embrace change, blessings will flow. And you have embraced change. And that's why your blessings are flowing in here. That's why your blessings are flowing. It's flowing in. You got the sun energy out here. 3 of Wands, 6 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords, King of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. It's here for you because you're letting go. So the cross watchers, those who are jealous of you, they need to let go the idea of thinking and feeling that you should not be happy, because it feels like they have an expectation of you staying with them forever and not ever attaining the life that you desire, which is diabolical. Which is diabolical. That is projection. That is them projecting their energy onto you, hoping that you stay placent and never work on growth and development. Ugh, I can't make this up. Growth and development, the Raven, confidence. My collective have confidence. They better get out the way. You stepping on their necks. Yes. You are encouraged to disconnect from. You are encouraged to disconnect from the physical or materialistic plan and move to the spiritual realm. You have a deep spiritual connection, which you mustn't ignore. You are on the brink of what I just said. You are on the brink of transformation, and your divine purpose may be revealing itself. Wow, wow, wow. Transformation. I said because you are choosing to transform your life. That's why this prosperity is here. Everything that I spoke of, that's why it's here. You know, there had to be some times where you had to sacrifice. Maybe you didn't go out on the weekend, you know. Maybe you didn't stop at Starbucks and get that coffee, you know. Maybe you made that coffee at home. There had to be some times where maybe you wanted an expensive pair of shoes, but you went to the discount aisle. Come on, let's talk about it. There had to be some times where you wanted to order takeout every day at work for lunch, but you said, no, you know what, I'm gonna make my lunch at home, or I'm gonna take them leftovers. You know, I can make a turkey sandwich right in the kitchen and save $15. You've made some sacrifices and you stayed diligent and consistent. That's mastery. That's number 8. Mastery. You could be a life path number 8. Your birthday could be on the 8th of the month. Okay? Beautiful, 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 beautiful. You could have Scorpio placement as well in your chart. Sun, moon, or rising, any placement. Ooh, child. Ooh, this is a beautiful read. The next card I have here is Lion. It says control. Lion, control. And you are taking control of your life. And the ninjas don't like it. And guess what? Wag your tail at them. It says if you have moderate aggressive impulses, this is an invitation to control your temper. You are encouraged to explore how you express your needs and thoughts more openly and constructively to reduce your level of frustration. And at the beginning of this read, I kept saying for you to tame your peace. I said, look at the guy in the water. Look at the expression on his face. He's taming his peace. He's taming this. Yeah, he's maintaining his peace. He's maintaining his peace, but he's taming that well here. And that's what this card is saying, for you to keep your peace about yourself. And I kept expressing before I even grabbed this deck here, I kept expressing whatever when you move, get everything that is important to you on the first run. Because they may try to turn confrontational. They may try to sneak you. People will try to sneak you. Okay, especially when they think money's in the air, and maybe they're going to assume that you came to some money. Maybe you have came to some money. They're going to assume that like you're a gazillionaire, a billionaire, you're not giving them nothing. Once again, Spirit is saying you owe them nothing. So like I said, on this first run of you moving, I got to say it again. Get what's important to you on the first run, meaning whatever is left behind, you could stand to lose it because number one, it's material and it can be replaced. Point blank, period. It's not worth your peace. Sometimes you have to start over and leave things behind, especially if it's clothes. It can be replaced. I don't care if they're name brand. We already know the name brands ain't worth what you thought they was worth. So you can leave all that behind. It's material stuff, okay? It does not make you. And over the years, it's been breaking folks, okay, for no reason. Ooh, that's a whole nother read. This is the last card. This reading is on fire here. This reading is a good read. That's what I mean when I say on fire. Confirmation. We have Dragonfly, adaptability. Dragonfly, adaptability, collective. The dragonfly is a symbol of light and change. It is reminding you to bring a bit more lightness and joy into your life in order to bring about the changes needed to reach your full potential. Approach things lightly. And what have I been talking about? Be mindful as you move out of this home. Be mindful. Do not let anyone provoke you. Do not let anyone provoke you. Ooh, wee. Ooh, wee. Congratulations. It's just wow. Amazing. And sometimes you just have to leave folks behind. You have to leave them behind. There's a reason why people become successful, and you hear stories of them maybe not mingling or speaking to their family or dealing with their family or dealing with old friends. There's a reason. There's a reason for that. There's a reason. I want you to let that marinate. There is a reason. One thing you cannot do in this life is allow people to deplete you. You can't live anyone's life for them. You cannot change them, and you can't allow people to deplete you. And if you have the mindset that you are indebted to anyone, whether they're your mother, father, sister, brother, best friend, cousin, husband, wife, if you feel you are indebted to them and they're being disrespectful or unhealthy to you, toxic or just causing you stress, if you're feeling that you're supposed to stay in that situation, then you need to shift your perception. There's some work you need to do. You need to go somewhere and sit down and just really think about it, because there is nowhere where it is written, and I doubt if it exists. I doubt it, and I stand on it, where it say, "Thou shalt continue to sacrifice themselves and be miserable forever and forever." That's not written anywhere. You're not indebted to anyone who is not showing you the reciprocity of love, respect, consideration. You don't owe anyone anything. You cannot live anyone's life for them. Confirmation. We all have the same amount of time in a day. And what people choose to do with their time is their business. It's none of our business, and it's out of our control. So if you chose, like I said, to save your money, to do that overtime, to sacrifice not going out, hey, to sacrifice not getting your hair and nails done, or didn't go get a haircut, or say, you know what, I'm gonna wear these drawers one more time. I know I need a pad. Let's be real and talk about this. Grinding for real, not just a song. Grinding for real, saving for real, sacrificing for real. Eating a Miracle Whip sandwich for real. Not because you ain't got it, because you're saving what you got, because you got a bigger goal at hand. You can fast for a week or two. That's healthy. That'll save you some money. But there's a reason why people stay away. There's a reason why people set boundaries. You can help a person, give them a handout or a system, and no matter what you do, it's never enough. So it's not about people becoming successful or becoming arrogant. No one is indebted to anyone. That nobody owes us anything. That goes for me too. Nobody owes me anything. It's up to me to make it happen and make it move and shake. The best thing I've ever learned in life, put this in your pocket and carry it with you, is that no one owes me anything. And there's always a higher power working for me on my behalf, regardless of what anyone thinks, regardless of whether you like, subscribe, share, unshare, talk about the read, whatever. Regardless if you receive it as something positive or whatever. What is for me can never, ever be taken. But there's a reason why people set boundaries. You cannot allow this world to deplete you. The actions of people, the opinions of people, the plotting and planning of people, the negative projection that people send out, you cannot allow these people to deplete you. You can't allow folks to take you off your square, and I get it. And this read reminds me of that, so I'm just sharing that with you as inspiration. Congratulations for the 5th time. But this energy here, that's crazy. To be angry with someone for progressing because you thought that they would never work towards healing themselves, you know, progressing in life, building and creating. That's what you're supposed to do. And family really is supposed to applaud each other, but we know that they don't. Because we talk about success and we talk about we want success individually, but let's just be honest and just say it. I'm going to say it. Folks want you to be successful, collective. You know, anybody can be successful, but the fact that it's you is a problem. It's a problem because you're not where they wanted you to be. They wanted you to never rise, never bloom, never blossom, never be seen, never heard. You never speak, never stand up for yourself. If you were someone in an abusive situation, they want you to stay in that situation. If you were someone addicted to drugs, drinking, smoking, they want you to stay on those vices. If you were homeless, they wanted you to stay homeless. If you were carless, they want you to stay without a vehicle. If you had low self-esteem, they want you to continue to lack confidence. And because you are choosing to be the reciprocal of what they say you can't do, not to prove a point, because you realize it's time for me to grow. It's time for me to move on, and you did it by yourself. That's what makes it so beautiful. That is just nuts when you get mad at somebody else's progress. That's crazy. But that's a them problem. That's not a you problem. That's what Spirit is saying. Keep them separated out of this new home, out of this new car, away from your new business. Because they'll try to sabotage. They'll come pretending like they're clapping for you, and they want to destroy you. They want to slander you. Come and be nosy and attach themselves so they can find out your business and see where they can slither through to create some toxicity or bring some hatred. Folks wake up drinking haterade. Sometimes they spray it on them. But I get it, why people set boundaries. It's not about being arrogant. You cannot let these people deplete you. They'll try to destroy happiness. When a person sees a smile, they want to change it to a frown. There are people who are jealous and envious of people's contentment because they smile every day, because their head is held up high. It ain't even always about material things. You can show that you got a peace of mind and people be jealous of that, and they want to take that from you. That's why people set boundaries. Don't feel guilty about it, collective. Don't let the world trick you. We got more followers and very few leaders. Very few leaders. We need more of them. Never mind the naysayers. They have nothing new to say. God, you, Sinep.